Hey everybody, Eddie William Sellers sitting here in my dining room this morning. I've been doing these little videos all week just with my holding my little phone in my truck or somewhere, and I figured it being the Lord's Day, why not be legit? Plug in a microphone, get settled down, be appropriate. It's the Lord's Day. It's Sunday in the South. But anyhow, everybody, hope you're feeling okay this morning. Let's just think positive thoughts to this morning and what a good day this is going to be, and just something good that's happened to you this past week that was really good. And it's our world to create, and our energy that we tap into. So not to be overly positive, but just kind of be uplifted, be positive a little bit at least. But anyhow, on Sundays, I say the Morning Post, on this Sunday, the Lord's Day, May the 17th, 2026. Sundays in the South feel different to me than they do when I'm up in New York City or Paris or London. Being raised in the Bible Belt, everything about Sunday was about church. Those who went to church and those other people down the street that didn't go to church. The church was the one big social center where a lot of people built their connections. Looking back, church was not so much about Jesus as it was about belonging. That is why a lot of gay people held on for so long. They wanted to belong. Preachers and prayer held a lot of power. All the way down to, I was talking to a lady one time who had her house up for sale, and I told her, I said, well, I offered her what she was wanting for it, and then after I offered her that, she said, well, let me go home and pray about it. People seem to get answers in prayer. They had to pray about everything. But, y'all, answers did seem to come when we take the time to stop, meditate upon it, think about it, pray over it. The answer did seem to come. There are just so many other things socially to compete with going to church nowadays. For one thing, church is boring, y'all. They never have figured out how to make it less boring. Me and Ava went to, I wanted to go to a Sunday Mass at Notre Dame in Paris one Sunday, so I got Ava to go, and we went, and we sat there for about an hour, and I'm like, oh my God, how do people endure this? I said, can we leave? Have y'all ever went to church and snuck out of church? Me and Sammy and Ava went. There was a big gay church here in Atlanta, and Sammy wanted to go. Y'all know I'm gay. I love gay people. I don't like gay church. Gay church is, I don't know. It was just weird. And because there should not be a gay church or a white church or a black church. Really, in a sense, well, I shouldn't probably say that. But there should just be a spiritual gathering. That's kind of my level, a spiritual gathering of some sort. Even if it's Buddhist or synagogue or something. There just needs to be something spiritual about it. And so anyhow, me and Ava and Sammy went, and we sat there for about 15 minutes, and boy, they had the saffron sticks, and they were swirling and dancing and all across the stage. And I told Sammy, I said, I leaned over and told Sammy, I said, there's a Rocks right up the street here on Cheshire Bridge. They got a good brunch, I heard. Sammy said, you want to go? And I'm like, yeah. I said, let me walk out first. And I don't want to walk out as a group, the three of us. We'll walk out one at a time because there's about 200 people there, a little building. So I got up and went out. And escaped that. Man, that was driving me crazy and all that boring stuff. And then Sammy come out, and then Abel come out. We went up to Rocks, had a big old thing of gravy and biscuits. I miss Sammy, y'all. I miss Sammy. But anyhow, there's just so many other things socially to compete with going to church nowadays. Although I seen there's an article in the news, statistics showing that Gen Z white men are gravitating back to traditional church, Roman Catholicism, and all that kind of stuff. And it says it's not MAGA or our political nature. It's more about men need just wanting structure in their life, and they want hard Christian boundaries and stuff like that. Anyhow, go on, Eddie. You done got so messed up on this morning. I don't even know where I'm at. There are just so many other things socially to compete with going to church nowadays. Across the South, everything was closed on Sundays. And even after things began to open up on Sundays, you still couldn't buy beer or liquor, not on a Sunday in the South. It was the Lord's Day. Now, there's football Sunday. Sitting in the hot sun yesterday in Tyrone, Georgia, to watch Chance play a Little League game for almost 3 hours, I thought, how did people in the old days survive this heat? In the old days, I'm talking about the 60s, with no air conditioner. In the 60s, only 12% of the homes had air conditioning. It began to rise in the 70s with the cheaper little window units being sold. But didn't everything begin to change in the 70s? God sent the hippies along to rock the boat in the 70s. I was one of them. Even if the earth lasts another 1,000 years, music will never be better than it was in the 70s. And in reality, wasn't life just better in the 70s? Maybe. I love the 70s. I think the time that church was the most real to me was when I was about 10. God was mysterious. He was powerful, and it was a he back then. God could strike you down or lift you up. And then little by little, we began to see God differently. Even if God is only our imaginary friend, that friendship is powerful. If you ever sit alone in a car for hours, staring out into nothingness, not knowing which way to turn or which way to go, and your whole world has crumbled around you, and you feel like you've just at wit's end have lost everything, and your imaginary friend whispers, "Peace be unto you," you will always understand the power of faith. I pause sometimes when I write about being 39 and have no idea how I went from 39 to 70. It seems like I have been lost in time, like I have been in a coma for 30 years and someone has just awakened me. I love this new world, I say to the doctor as I'm coming out of my coma. Where did all the house phones go? Why do people no longer cook at home? Where did all these restaurants on every corner come from? It seems they have a pill for everything in this new world. I love this new world, y'all. Technology and all. I am getting to live in my old man years. A lot of people never got to do that. Millions never got to do this, what I'm doing this morning. Live to be going into my old man years. Like watching a grandson play Little League all afternoon in the hot sun. But where did my 40s go? I think I left them at the gay bars of Atlanta as I was being overly friendly. Good Sunday morning, sweet people. This week I will get stuff done. By faith, I will walk in hope, hope for my finances, hope for my health, hope for others who are going through stuff, hope for our country. This is going to be a good day and a good week. As I whisper to everyone who hears this morning, this morning, peace be unto you. Be lifted up. Be whole. Yeah. Love y'all.